Okay, you guys, I'm coming back in with a quick one. I just want to talk about how you might miss your person, by doing this. Because think about when you're with the narc and you might have to do your start over. And I think my camera is just crappy. 1 second. Maybe not. Anyway. And you might have to do your start over. And you're just being you, whatever. You might have had a whole bunch of things, and nice cars and a nice house and a great job, but you lost it all due to the fact that you were with a narc. So you might meet someone, you starting over. I'll use myself as an example. Starting over as a school teacher. Some people think that's an amazing job. Some people look down on it, okay? And you might meet someone that's a nice person or whatever, got a great career, got, nice things and rolling good and whatever. And they meet you, you are a nice person. But because you may be starting over or whatever, and you don't have as much as you used to have, or you're not driving a nice car, or anything that you used to have because you're starting over because you were with a toxic person in a toxic relationship. So they're prejudging. Now I'm guilty of this, but not the same way. Not the same way, and I'm not trying to justify anything. Like I told you, I gave that man the look. I don't know if he was homeless, but I gave that man like courage and the benefit of the doubt. Where he was just like talking to me like, oh, I'll get 2 jobs to be with you, whatever. And I'm just laughing because I'm not a rude person. So I'm just laughing. And I'm like, well, maybe you should just do that for yourself so that you can have the life that you deserve, whatever. But I'll do it for you, whatever. Okay. The old me, the unhumble me, would have been like, what will make you think? Okay, I know I may have said that before. What would make you think? But I got to the point where I was just like, that was a lot of courage. Because some people, except for narcs, they feel like they're capable of getting anybody. They think that they deserve anybody and anyone that they want. They think that. But people with normal sense, they'll just be humble about it, whatever. And maybe some people may have courage to, shoot their shot. And sometimes people will be judging people from what they see or what they're thinking, but not knowing that this person is not only God sent, but this diamond in the rough. You just met them and caught them at a time in their life where they're transitioning into the better person that they were. They're transitioning from some type of toxicity or some type of trauma that they've been through. They're not doing bad like that, but they're not where they were. And you might not know what they had. They might have had more than you had when you met them. But due to the fact that they was like in toxicity with the wrong person, they lost everything. They lost everything. I'm not talking about someone that's standing on the corner asking for change and doing drugs and alcoholic or whatever. I'm not talking about those type of people. I'm talking about real people that just fell on hard times. And people tend to try to judge them. But you know what? God has his own plan. If you ever get to the point where you really try to connect with someone, it doesn't have to be a relationship, but they decided that you're beneath them, or they think they're better than you or whatever, but don't know what you've been through. And even though you don't have the material things that they have, You actually is more richer than them with the blessings that God has for you and the blessings that God has over your head, your life, your body, and your soul, and the blessings that God has for you for what you've been through. That just means it's not your person. Okay? Be careful on who you want to look down on who you want to judge, because I told you, it's not just a physical form of warfare, it's also a spiritual form of warfare. And the spiritual side do not want you to connect with the godly side, because the enemy always have plans for everyone, just like the knock. So with that being said, that was my short video. I gonna catch y'all on the next one. Hey, I gonna catch you on the next one. Hey, we gonna connect on the next one. Hey, be blessed.